This should be a seamless transition. Let's get into it. I turned 40 recently. Thank you. That happened 9.5 years ago. I turned 50 this year. I'm 50 years old, and nothing for 50 either. Okay. Ever. I don't feel 50. If any of you women want to come and feel me to verify that, you're welcome to. I mean, in my brain, I'm still a kid, you know? I still get nervous when adults are around. Usually I'm talking to teenage girls, but that is irrelevant. I do find I'm getting irritated now at dumb things that shouldn't bother me. Right? I got a haircut at one of these $10 places. You know why they're so cheap? Because they suck. That's why. Here's $10, lefty. Make me look like I need a helmet to go for a walk, huh? Super cut, great clip. Super great? Really? That's false advertising, isn't it? We need more truth in advertising. Taco Bell. It's late. You're drunk. We're open. My name is Tony. I spell it like baloney. T-O-L-O-G-N-A. Heard all the nicknames as a kid. Tony Baloney, Tony the Pony, Tony Macaroni, Tony you pathetic, worthless little loser. My dad hated poetry. I remember when I was about 9, my mom and dad told me that I had been adopted. And I was upset. You know, I didn't want to go. You know, it was... My mom got married again recently. Fun wedding, kind of surprised my dad. He didn't even know. And they're divorced, my folks. They broke up when I was like 14. My mom was great. You know, she sat me down. She's like, "I want you to know that this is not your fault entirely." And so I am married. They say marriage is a commitment, which is the same word they use when they put you in a mental institution. I think marriage is like a hockey game. Little chilly, nobody scores that much, and we average about 1 fight per period. More men clap at that joke than women. My mother-in-law is living with us right now. Well, it's her house, so... My wife gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, so you know, I've been very busy trying to find the father. And no, I know the guy. I don't technically know him. We just wave when he brings the mail. I don't want to brag about my virility. I'll tell you this: married 13 years, I am 1 for 1. Comes to making babies, batting 1,000. Spend a lot of time alone in batting practice. I love being a dad. It's awesome. He's 11 years old. And I'll tell you this story. He got hurt in the bathtub one night. He's fine. It wasn't bad. I felt bad. I felt responsible. Because on this particular night, it's just him and me at home. He's taking his bath, right? Typical boy. He's got all his toys, action figures in there. Right? So I'm in the next room. I can hear him talking. I know he's okay. Finally, I go in to check on him. He's got a bucket I didn't know he had. And he has been scooping water out of the tub and pouring it out onto the floor for like 5 minutes, right? He's laughing. He thinks it's hilarious. And then he got hurt when I beat him. I kind of feel responsible. That is a true story up to the beating. Yeah. I don't believe in spanking. I'm too lenient sometimes, I know. He knows what I do, so he tries to be class clown at school, and the teacher calls me, tells me what he did, and I gotta go down there, pretend like I'm very serious about it, till we high-five in the parking lot. Because he's never mean. He's just funny, right? Like one time he wouldn't do the Pledge of Allegiance. Instead, he sang na 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 na, hey hey, bye bye the entire time. How do you not laugh at that? I mean, you people found a way to not laugh, but I thought it was really funny. He's very smart. He said something one day I thought it was really intelligent. I'm like, honey, how did you get so smart? He said, I got your brains, Daddy. Right? That's a parenting moment you never forget, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, that is the reason I gave up all my personal dreams. But he made me feel good, you know? I'm like, well, you got your mommy's brains too. He's like, oh no, she still has hers. It's true. And he asked me one day, he said, Daddy, what does reap mean? But I didn't hear him clearly. I didn't know if he said reap or ream or read. I said, well, use it in a sentence for me. He looked me right in the eye and said, what does reap mean? I said, it means you're adopted. And, your new family's on the way, so pack your stuff. I gotta show you this. This is what he bought me for Christmas last year. You guys see that? You see that cute? He was in 5th grade last year, and what you do, you give your kid 20 bucks at Christmas time. They have a little store at the school so they can learn how to handle money. It's cute. All right, so Mom likes coffee, bought her a coffee mug that had like Starbucks beans in it. And Grandma got an ornament that you could put his picture in. And his teacher got a ceramic apple for her desk. And I guess he had about 25 cents left. I had to get my own string before I... So I'm proud to tell you this, folks. I have been sober for 2,021 days. As of today, thank you. And, yeah, just 3 nights, but the days are good. That's true, it's true. Yeah, I have a theory about drinking. I think every drink you have, beer, wine, mixed drink, every drink will make you act 2 years younger than you are. And you add them up. So you're 25, drink 2 6-packs, you pee your pants by the end of the night. That's how you lose all your motor skills and nobody can understand anything you're saying. By the way, you'd be 1 at the end of the equation. 25 minus 2 times 6. I know it's late. I know a bunch of 10-year-olds don't want to do math at this hour. So I mentioned I was married. I'm very happily married, and here's why. We're separated. That's not entirely true, but I didn't want to wait 4 weeks before I started doing that joke. Here is what I have learned about women. They are not men. That's it. That's all I know. Everything else is a mystery. You know, and obviously we're different physically, you know, from what I've heard. Some videos I've seen on the internet, but I think you'll agree with me on this, ladies. We don't think the same, we don't communicate the same way, which is fine, perfectly normal. But I'll give you my example. Here is a disagreement between 2 men, and then the same disagreement between a woman and a man. 2 men. First guy will say something like, I don't think most Holiday Inns have a bar. Simple enough. Second guy says, I think most Holiday Inns do have a bar. First guy says, why would you think that? The second guy says, I travel a lot, I stay in a lot of hotels. My personal experience is most Holiday Inns have a bar. And the first guy says, cool. A woman says, I don't think most Holiday Inns have a bar. The guy says, I think most Holiday Inns do have a bar. And the woman says, no, they don't. And the guy says, I I travel a lot. I stay in a lot of hotels. My personal experience is most Holiday Inns have a bar, and the woman says, no, they don't. And the guy says, seriously? I'm on the road like 200 days a year. I probably stay in 50 Holiday Inns every year, and every one I have ever stayed in has had a bar in it. And the woman says, no, they don't, again, as if repeating it somehow makes it true. So the guy very calmly goes on the internet to holidayinn.com. He downloads a freaking list of every Holiday Inn that's got a bar in it, right? No, then he gets a map of the United States as big as this thing. He sticks push pins in the location of every Holiday Inn that's got a bar, wraps that up as her birthday present, and gives it to her. And she says, you're a jerk. Enjoy the rest of the show.